get ready with me. Let's do a Q&A. I'm going to answer all your questions. Well, all, I say all, what I can before the school run. And I just want to get to know you guys a bit more, and I want you guys to get to know me because I'm the one behind it all. I'm the one who's the consistent in the accounts. I'm the one that I feel like I need to talk more, I need to share more. Let's share. Let's do this. Does nobody want me to record this? Like, what's happened? Memory full again? I'm like, what? Hello, YouTube. I am so freaking sorry. I feel like I've neglected you and I don't know why. Because this is where we can get intimate. This is where we can share. This is where we can grow. This is where, I don't know, I just feel like one social platform is like the main. The other's the dessert. YouTube is the ingredients. It's what was in the chicken, and I've missed it. So I'm sorry, but I'm back. And maybe you could say I've had a bit of a epiphany. Although you all know my family, you know my husband, you know my kids, it's me behind the camera. So I feel like I need to be more forthcoming with you all so you can all get to know me, because that's the one consistent in... Is my camera telling me I'm about to run out of memory? Is it? What I was saying is, the one consistent behind Salah Socials is me, in the sense of I will always show up, I will always post, because it's my thing. The kids don't always want to do it. I say the kids, Jade. Jade doesn't always want to do it. And sometimes Farah doesn't always want to do it. And I'll never say, please do it. Do you know what I mean? Like, I never want to create content on the basis where I feel like I'm forcing someone to be involved. So I thought we'd do a little bit of a Q&A, but I'll do it while I'm getting ready because it's really late already, 2:25, and I need to go get Jai. So I'm just going to answer some of your questions and let you get to know me a little. Grab a tea or grab a coffee. I've got coffee, it's from Lidl. Oh my God. Lidl cappuccino. Double sachet it up because single sachet is just too thin for me. It's not fluffy enough. Add a little drop of milk. Mix so it's like a nice paste. And while you're mixing, add some water. And when the cup gets halfway full, stop mixing. Fill it to the top. This question, let's put the question. Why do you call your kids mom? Now, the reason why I find the question so funny is because I feel like I'm like the 50th person I've ever heard in my whole damn life say it. And I never once questioned when I heard people saying it, like, why are they calling them that? Anyway, it's like, hi, mama, especially when they're babies. Yeah, mama, 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 mama. It also helps with like them speaking, but also like I feel like I remember my mum doing it, like, hi mum. It's like mum speaking to you. Anyway, let me answer that question properly. I call my kids mum because, one, when they're developing today, oh my God, I actually think I've got an attention deficit issue. I don't want to diagnose myself with that. The reason being is because if I do, I'm a hypochondriac. I'm a hypochondriac. I will search it and I will literally take myself to A&E. I digress. That's another thing I do. I digress. I say it because when you first have a baby, it's like, hi mama, hi mama. You don't just say like, hi Jade, hi Jade. Imagine that's what he sees when he was a baby. Hi Jada. He's like, hi mama. And guess what? Then they say your name, and that's why both my sons have said my name first. The second one being today just said my name. Mama. But yeah. Mama! And it's like mom speaking to you, and I just feel like it's quite respectful. But anyway, when I met Far, now Far's half Somali, quarter Pakistani, quarter Arab, Arab being Yemeni. People say, why do you say Arab? Let's clear that up now. Some people don't know where Yemen is. And you might think, who doesn't know? Some people don't give a hoot about geography. Me being one of them. I'll be honest. I had no clue where if he would have met me and said I'm from Yemen, I would be like, great, but where's that? I'm just not a geography girl. That's it. I'm not a geography girl. You know what? We're digressing again, but I have to tell you. Basically, this girl came to our school. She was East African. Look at me, my geography now. Now I know. She was East African, and she was just sick at geography. And she was sick. Me and her became friends, but I was like the cool kid, so I never really had like friends like that. I was cool with everyone, but I used to be like, I just do my thing. I was never like part of a friendship group that like made bracelets and stuff. However, I did have one friend that we bought heart necklaces, you know, like half a heart each. When we fell out, it's like really telling me it's now. When we fell out, I said, why don't we just return it so we can get our money back? Well, anyway, I paid her to do my geography homework. I paid her. She did it. She did the homework. We mastered it. Nobody noticed for at least 8 months. Guess what? Final piece of homework. Final piece of GCSE homework. Guess what? Sis left her name on both pieces. So it was either I was lying or she was lying. I looked at her and I was like, do I let her take the L for this? Do I say that I did both and I put her name on both? Or do I just admit it? I admitted it. Didn't let me take my GCSEs anymore, did they? Didn't let me do my geography GCSEs. I don't even have a GCSE for geography. Anyway, we're digressing. What? I'm going to digress again, but SD cards on cameras, whether it's just my camera or mine, I've got a dodgy SD card, but sometimes you delete it and it still recognises it as full. I didn't realise you can actually erase the whole thing, that's what I just had to do. But yeah, we were caught. I say we, I was caught. The name was on the homework. I didn't even underline the I's. I'm looking like, where is it? Anyway, I was caught, I wasn't allowed to do it. Don't have a GCSE for geography, and it's really impacted me. Anyway, when I met Far, when I heard his mom speak to him, she would say Hoya, Hoya. Hoya means mom in Somali, or his dad would say Abba, Abba. And I'm like, why are they saying that? And it was like mom speaking to you. And I just found it so strange that, like, I've always thought that saying that was really sweet and really honourable and really endearing. Like, I always thought that that was really like a sweet thing to do. And then culturally, it's what Somalis did, and that's what he did and how he was raised. So I always say mum. I never say Hoyo. I don't really want to call myself a Hoyo. No disrespect to the Hoyos. I just feel like it's really not fitting for me. I don't want to be a Hoyo. It feels really old. I'm like, yo, let me be a spring chicken. Call me mum. That's why I call them mum. And clearly it worked because both my kids said mum first. And now I just do it. I say, hi mama. As if mum is speaking to you with love, man. Like mum's giving you love. I don't know. Maybe it makes no sense to you, but it makes sense to me. And I like it. Oh, what have I done to that eyebrow? You guys talking? Well, that one's a bit crazy now and I can't fix it. It's too late. Well, I could fix it, but I haven't got the time to, so we're just going to move on and go with the drag brow. Doesn't matter, does it? Just say alhamdulillah for brows. Could have no eyebrows. Is what it is, isn't it? And it ain't what it ain't. We recently fell onto the Somali TikTok, and obviously Far says, hey Abo. That's okay Abo, like hey yeah Abo. Okay Abo, sorry. Not hey Abo, hey yeah. And now the Somalis are like, why are you trying to cross-reference? And I'm like, no. Slow your reins, bro. My kids, their ethnicity is, let me break it down for you. Are you ready? Quarter Jamaican, quarter Somali, 1/8 Irish, 1/8 English, 1/8 Pakistani, and 1/8 Yemeni Arab. They ain't just Somali, you know. I call them mum, he calls them dad. Anyway, next question. We get this question a lot. I say we. And you know what, actually? I've heard if you underpaint, you use less. Let's try it. Let's try it together. We're going to underpaint. Don't have a clue what we're doing. Actually, we've messed it up now, so we're just going to smack it on. Can we go wrong? Not really. It's makeup. That's what all the MUAs say, because they're the fucking professionals, aren't they? And then those rookies look like idiots. Apparently, you do all your contour first. Now, I normally, if this is considered underpainting, I normally do the concealer just here, just because I've got really big bags. I've got 2 big bloody kids who don't stop. But I'm gonna do it all. Anyway, next question. How do you know you met the one? Now I'm just gonna keep it real with every single one of you. I don't. Who does? There's people who are married for 50 years and they get to 60 and they're like, that bro, I want to be a lady of leisure. Who can ever say I've met the one? Is there only one out there for us? I don't know. But what I can say is, I've met somebody that I'm willing to do the hard shit with. And that's the best way I can say it. Don't get me wrong, right? You all seem to think, which is sweet and it's beautiful, I never even do the nose. I'm just showing off now. I'm showing off. Oh my god, she's an influencer. She's not an influencer. Me and Far, we've shared lots of things with you. We don't share everything. Do I put it here? I'm putting it here. I don't even fucking know anymore. I don't know. I'm telling you, TikTok, keep watching these makeup people on TikTok. They make you feel like you're a makeup artist and you trying it like an idiot. I've got to go like this, none of you. So you just enjoy, sit back, watch the show. How's your coffee? I don't think you go half-arsed with this. Do you blend it first? I wasn't really concentrating on that. Anyone else give someone else 100,000 views on TikTok because they put it on, leave the phone on the side and it's just looping, looping, looping. Me, you're welcome. Anyway, I've met somebody I'm willing to do the hard shit with. Now, me and Far, for all those who think me and Far are like the greatest people ever, should I blend this? I feel like I shouldn't be blending this, but I feel like, what? If I don't, it's going to look crazy. Me and Far have been through some shit, man, honestly. There's some things we've been through which make you feel like, if you were to say out loud, you'd be like, that is the universe saying it's not going to work. But every time it's worked. You know, we're not like holding on here and we're not grasping on. But it's continued to work. So I'm like, wait, maybe there's a reason behind this. So yeah, I don't know if I've met the one. And I don't know if there's only one. But as of right now, 7 years deep, I haven't killed him yet. Oh my god, I look crazy. And I think he'd say the same. No, actually, he's a bit of a hopeless romantic. He'd probably be like, because she's so beautiful and she's so kind and she's so da da da. She's looking crazy, I'll be honest. And I'm getting excited on the camera and I'm not even blending it. I'm like, is this video get ready with me? Don't get ready. This is a don't get ready with me. Like this. Did she blend that? This is why having a short attention span does you dirty. Did she blend it? Did she blend it? Did she blend it? Did she? But yeah. I don't know if I met the one, but we complement each other really well. People are starting to say we look alike now. I disagree. I'd say I'm way better looking. But they do say that you start to look like the person you fall in love with. I look like a psycho, I'll be honest. Anyway, I'm just going to smack the foundation on top because I actually don't care. I don't care, it's raining. If it goes wrong, I'll just put my hood up. Like I said, alhamdulillah. I used to be so conscious about that, how my... Yeah, I want to look cute, but you know what? I'm grateful. My eyes work, my hands work, my legs work. I've got hair on my head, alhamdulillah. And you know what? When you reach that point in life, and I feel like everyone gets there. Everyone gets there. Of just pure content. You don't give a... I don't know how I'm going to buff this on. Or I say buff. I have no fucking clue what I'm talking about. This girl, she's a fraud. I don't need no fraud. Next question, because it's 3 minutes to. I'm just going to smack it on, as I said. They say, use a fluffy brush. What the fuck is a fluffy brush, bro? And how the fuck are you getting it in like that? That's what I say. But I'm going to have to listen to what they say for today. You make it look so fucking easy. I'm just picking up my product. Anyway, next question. What do I do for work? So I work in... Should I be putting it everywhere that I don't know. This is coming straight off when I get home, I tell you that. I work in finance. You know it is, you lot made me put my scruffy mirror, didn't you? And that's it, I haven't been able to see. And I don't do contact lenses, I don't want to wear contact lenses. Work in finance. I've done that for about 5 years. I've actually had every job you can imagine. Before we bought this house, and I passed my test, my dream was to get a brand new Audi that I picked a spec, designed, chose every colour, every piece of leather, everything in there. And I did, that was my first car. That's a lot, isn't it? I'm meant to be sis. To be honest with you, it was a very expensive car. So, I say very expensive. That's not to show off, I'm saying, hence the reason why I needed this amount of jobs. I had 3 jobs. So I worked in retail. I used to work at Bank Fashion. That's where most people know me from. I used to get DMs like, oh my god, just saw you dancing in Bank. And I'm like, oh my god. And that's what I love. People who actually know me. They're like, oh my god, she's at it again. Where people who don't know me, they're like, is she f***ing pretending? And I'm like, it's just I wish I was. I really wish I was. My brain works like this 24/7. I don't know what I've done. But I feel like I've got about 15,000. Look at all these hairs on my face. Poof! 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 This is one thing that gives me the ick. Should this amount of hairs be falling out of this brush? It's giving me the ick. It's giving me the ick. I feel like I've been hanging out with dogs. I'll be honest. Again, I'm a hypochondriac. I'm a bit of a germaphobe. I don't like things like hair. I don't even like my own hair on my lip. It makes me gag. Anyway, yeah, so when I wanted to do that, I worked at Bank Fashion. I also worked as a waitress in an Indian restaurant. And I also worked as a collections advisor. So I did 3 jobs for about 18 months. And I literally ran between them all. So I'd do a 9 to 5, run from the 9 to 5, start bank 6 till 10, then on weekends do like longer shifts. And then on the days that I wasn't working, the evenings I wasn't working, I would do the waitressing as well. But then obviously I bought my car, I bought my house, and I was like, you know what now? I'm not doing this shit, no way. And now I'm freaking exhausted with 2 kids. I don't even know how I did it, because these 2 kids are the death of me. Genuinely. I'm exhausted with them. Every day I walk in my house and say I can't wait to go to bed. Every time I wake up I say I can't wait to go to bed. That's all I say, I can't wait to go to bed. I just want to lay down all the time, but anyway, that's what I do. I'll be honest. Is it my favourite? No. But is it because of where I work? Probably. But do I still work there? Yes. So will I say any more about it? No. No comment. I plead the 5th. Next. It's almost enough makeup. This is just doing it again. See, I went into autopilot there. Next frigging question. Got to leave in 10 minutes. And how am I losing all my baby weight? Now, I did do a little reel / TikTok on this. I put some tips at the end. But you know what? First time I had a baby, I was the exact same. So I heard, I'm a realist. When I was pregnant, I just watched every horror story. I searched it, I YouTubed it, terrible births, everything. Because to me, if I see the worst, I'm prepared. And it makes me mentally strong. And it did. So I looked at the worst things postpartum, like, people suffered with, and it was like identity, like everybody was like, I don't feel like myself, don't know who I am. So that's one thing I just prioritised, and this is why this room that I'm sitting in right now was Jade's nursery. I have a 4-bedroom house, so I have enough rooms to put the boys in each room, but I didn't want to. 1, because I'm having 2 boys, I want them to be close. If you don't want to be close, you've got no choice, I'm forcing you, bye. And 2, I hardly use my nursery, and I just, the first 3 months, I just didn't feel like myself. And I didn't feel like I had a space anymore, because this used to be, before it was Jai's nursery, it was Farhan's wardrobe, and what is our bedroom now, it was my wardrobe. So I lost that and I ended up sharing one with Far, and it was the most miserable experience of my life, because he had spoons in there. Like, why have we got clean spoons on the floor, bro? Like, he was like, oh, it fell out of my bag when I unpacked it for work. Like, I just don't work that way. I can't work that way. So this time around, when it was time, we moved Jai out of this room, out of the nursery. I'm digressing, but I'm giving you context. Made it back my wardrobe, and made sure I had somewhere to do me, be me, and you know what? It's helped me. It's helped me loads, because I'm not just surrounded by baby shit. I know you might think, like, well, why did you have a baby? I didn't have a baby to just be drowning in baby. I didn't have a baby to smell like baby shit. I didn't have a baby to be covered in baby sick. I want to look friggin' cute. So yeah. Take time for you, man. Honestly, take time for you. Try not to stress about, you know, the diet so much. I just keep... My biggest thing I can say is watch the numbers. Weigh yourself. Weigh yourself on the scale. I know you might think I don't like to know the number, but I do it more for consistency. I'm not trying to say I want to be 6 stone. I'm saying if I want to hold a weight, I weigh myself, and I know that what I did yesterday is working, and what I did the day before is working. If it's not, I make a little tweak, and that's it. I don't make a big deal out of it, because it's not a big deal. I'm a human, I just carried a baby. The way I see it is, if it took me 9 months to grow you, it's going to take at least 9 months to get that back. At least. I'm not saying you must be like how you looked before at 9 months, because I don't feel like you ever looked like you did before you had a baby. That's not necessarily a negative thing. I think sometimes it's your outlook. Because I love the way I look, genuinely. I think having 2 kids made me even hotter. Sorry. You might not know this either, but people say I'm the most conceited person they know, and I disagree. I think that they're rude. Anyway, I'm just going to smack this on now, because I've got to tie this hairpin and get going. But, yeah. I weigh myself, just because that helps me know. You know, and I eat the same thing, I'll be honest. Every breakfast, every lunch, have either chicken salad or chicken and rice with some salad or vegetables. For breakfast, I either have toast or I have granola. Toast with eggs, by the way. That's it. And you might think I can't stick to that diet. If you can't, don't. But if you can, do it. but it works for me. I know how it sits on my body, I know how it affects my weight, which is not very much, so I just stick to it. Next frigging question. We're going to have to speed this up. I'm going to have to give you maybe 2 more questions or whatever. I'm going to have to go, like Cat Burns said, pack up your shit. Next frigging question. 5-year plan. I love this question. I love this question. My 5-year plan would be, oh my God, look at my eyelids. Nobody's told me, none of you thought to tell me. You know what though? Will I get cancelled for saying this? I don't really like powder. I know I need it for the creases, but I don't like the way it looks. Maybe I've got the wrong powder. Maybe I'm just falling out of my powder. Let me know. I don't know. I'm not as big of a fan anymore, so I try to avoid it if I can. But anyway, 5-year plan. This is not my permanent house. This is not my forever home. I said that the second we bought it. Me and Farhan had a deal. We said, first one to find a house, we buy it. He was the first one. And that was silly of me, really, because I found loads of houses, but I just didn't want to commit because it wasn't my perfect house. And he chose this one, first one, bang. I didn't think about it when I agreed, okay? But I stuck to it. So this house wasn't built when we bought it. This is actually the sales office. So it's so funny because where we park is where we parked when we first drove on here and there was no houses here. And where we sit in our living room is where we shook the guy's hand and bought the house when there was nothing above us. And then what they did is like they smashed it all down and they built this. This was the last house we built. So yeah, this is not my permanent house. It's not my dream house. It's not being mean and ungrateful. It's not being disrespectful. But everyone's got hopes and dreams and this is just not mine. So 5-year plan would be, I don't know if I'll be in my permanent house because my dreams and what I envision, I can imagine it's incredibly expensive. So at least another house as a rental, at least. Oh, you see the creases are coming, I'm going to have to put that powder on, but it just upsets me. Makes me feel like I look old, but anyway. I hope we've got this one and a rental, and I hope to either be in a job that I love, in a place where I love, or doing this full time because I love this. I might as well tie in this final question to this question because I've got to go. And any more kids, I used to always say I wanted 2 kids close together, a little bit of a gap. I wanted like a 5-year gap, then I wanted 2, like 2 under 2. Or even 2 under 1 if I could, like literally have one, bang the next one out. However, this is a secret, this is a hack. Eyebrow pencil, dark brown, best liner you'll ever use for your lips. As a black woman, I find that most brown liners, you can't see on my lips. My lips are, the outline of my lips are really dark brown anyway because I'm black. Or mixed raced. Whichever preference you prefer. I identify as black because there's more black in me than there is white. I don't know, that's how I do the math, but you do it what you do, whatever makes you comfortable. Brown liners are whack. I can't see it and I need to see it. So this is my hack, this is what I do. But yeah, we're talking about kids, I got lost again. Well, that's my lip combo. My go-to is this, which is the Rimmel eyebrow pencil in dark brown. Me tapping it on the top, I'm definitely anyway now. I mean, put it away, it would be the NYX Abu Dhabi. NYX, bury me in NYX. Bury me in this. Look at that. Just like NYX. If you're looking for an ad, I'm your girl. Am I? I don't know. I spent this whole video saying I don't know what I'm doing, but I know what I'm doing with this. But yeah, I wanted like a 5-year gap, then I wanted 2 under 2, or even 2 under 1. However, I don't know if I want to do that anymore. And I know you might be like, well, why? But think about it, do the maths. Even in 5 years, I just had a baby, so let's just knock a year off now because he's 7 months. So I'll be having more kids in, like, you know, I'll be at least pregnant in 4 years. 4 years time, Jai will be 7. The baby will be almost 6. Why would I do that again? No disrespect to anyone else who's done it, but no. I'm scared to do the deed. So every time I think about it, I'm like, I know what comes from it and I'm not irresponsible. I'm just not trying to go there. I don't want to go there. But yeah. Little dot of concealer. A little dot. She says, try and do it so fairly now because I just feel like it makes me look like, you know, old women. Remember like back in the day when everyone used to, like, they had like powder face? You take a picture and it was just like powder face, like old women in bingo. I've got to go. 4 minutes. 4 frigging minutes. I've got to try this out quickly. So yeah, I just don't think I want to do it again, I'll be honest. It's not even about like, oh, my body or whatever. Like, I feel like I'm known. I'm very well known for being really honest about motherhood and nobody talks about how freaking stressful it is. Like everyone shares their cute pregnancy announcements, everyone shares their cute bump pics, but you know when the going gets tough, the tough get going, you don't see them on Instagram. You do not see them on Instagram. And you know, like when you think, oh, it's a tough time, you think of like, I imagine how my mum used to cry all the time. I used to think, why is she put me crying? Now I get it. I'm not really a crier, I'll be honest, my kids don't make me cry, but they do make me think, I think, how can such a little person like be so freaking impactful on my mental health? And then for the lips, I just always add a bit of gloss. Now I'll be honest with you, I've used every kind of gloss you can imagine. Fenty gloss, but if you haven't got Fenty money, go Primark. This is Primark. This is Primark. I'd love to answer more of your questions, but again, in true Leah fashion, even when I gave myself time, it all went wrong. But you know what? I stuck to it. I stuck at the process because you don't get nothing done if you don't do it, do you? So here we are. What I am going to do is quickly do this hair. I've got no trousers on either. Am I like mum? Am I the only mum who turns up to school in friggin' cycling shorts in the middle of the winter? Freaking, look at the fluff in the hair with friggin' sliders on. Yes, I am. I'm that woman. I promise you, if it wasn't written in the newspapers, I'd be the one turning in pyjamas too, because I'm freaking knackered all the time. I don't know why it's newspaper worthy, but is how to unwrap an egg newsworthy? Yeah, Daily Mail thought so. They wrote about me on there. I'm in the freaking Daily Mail. I don't know if I ever shared that with you guys, but I was in the Mail. I was in the freaking Daily Mail. I'm gonna give you another freaking hack. Tooth combs, whatever, nah. Get some Carmex. Get Carmex, or even just get like any product that's got this kind of ending. I use Carmex just because I've always got Carmex. Best way, look at that. Daily Mail, right about that. Get a frigging story on that, Daily Mail. They fully took my images and whacked it on there. I remember, back in the day, especially when I was a teenager, I couldn't afford, like, my mum couldn't afford to buy me MAC. And maybe it's like as times have changed, but even then, unless you went with like a really high-end brand, you couldn't get black makeup. Isn't that mad, actually? That's mad. Thinking about it now. You couldn't get black makeup, even when I was a kid. It was very, like, barely. I think the first one that did it was like Dream Mousse, and it made you look like entire marks on your face. Like, no disrespect, my sister used to wear it, used to be like, whew, no. I will not be you, thank you. But I used to always feel like, I'll be honest, as a kid, like, all like the white girls, right, obviously there was predominantly white makeup out there, so it didn't really matter, but all of them, like, I went to like a pretty okay school, and they all had money, they all came from money, and I used to feel like, well actually, you need to have money to look half decent. It's so far from true. You can look bougie on a budget. You know what, that actually didn't go too bad. Let me show my face. This jacket, bury me in it. Actually don't, I'll be quite uncomfortable in the coffin. I know in Islam it's haram to be cremated, but I'm being cremated, I don't care, I'm not a Muslim. Although I'm married to a Muslim, my husband's like, no I can't, I'm like, listen, it's a sin if you ignore me. Don't leave me in the ground, I don't want to be left in the ground. Anyway, I've got to go. My kid's going to be waiting at the door with his coat, man. Oh my god. Bye. If you like this, let me know in the comments. If you don't, let me also know in the comments. If you want to see something else, let me know in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe and comment and turn on the notifications. Love ya!